Hello, my name is Jordy, and 3 fun facts about me are that 1, I found gold once, 2, I've never used air dry clay before, and 3, I learned how to whistle when I was 4. Guess which one we're going to be talking about today? Yeah, obviously the fact that I've never used air dry clay. Gosh, there's nothing more interesting than that. Let's hop into it. We are making something really, really nice today. Now, before we go to clay crazy, let's create a mental image of what we want. And to do that, we will be taking a look at my inspiration. Alright, here we are on my Pinterest. Here you'll immediately see the inspiration for what we will be doing today. All these little wall sconces have had me in a chokehold. These ones especially, just the shapes, the colors, the functionality, honestly. This one, super cute, a little out of my skill set, most likely. These little gold stars and the details, oh my gosh, so cute. It just looks so good. And then we have this one. This is probably the more simpler one of the ones I've saved. It's simple in color and shape, and it's probably going to be pretty good to start out with, but I don't like keeping it simple, even if it is my first time. So this is actually what inspired me to do this in the first place. This is where our main inspiration will be coming from. Basically going to be making this. Probably different colors though. That is my inspiration. That is what we will be doing, so let's do it. Okay, so you know how I said this is my first time working with air dry clay? And that's the truth, okay? Jordy ain't a clickbaiter. It really is my first time. But I happened to do some research. And in my research, I found that there are 3 main things to have before you start. Number 1, a non-stick surface. You're gonna want some parchment paper or some wax paper, just anything smooth that you can easily peel the clay off of. Number 2, water. Believe it or not, water is very important for this process. It's to fix mistakes easy. If you have like some cracks in the clay, you dip your finger in here and smooth out the clay. And 3, before you get started, you need to knead the clay for a full minute before you start shaping it so that it's more malleable and will hold its new shape easier. So let's knead this clay for a full minute. The rings are coming off, guys. Okay, I'm not crazy, but real quick, let's take a quick gander at my rings because they look pretty cool. Also, before we get too crazy working, I want to get something heavy to weigh down this parchment paper so it doesn't scoot around while we're working. What would be nice and heavy? I know. Alright, now this parchment paper isn't moving anyway. Anyways, this 3, 4, or 5 pound thing of glass beads. That's better. Now let's get to kneading. Okay, we got it out. Oh yeah, wow, this is crazy. I'm used to like the pre-colored put in the oven clays. Okay, so we need to do this for a minute. On screen, go. Okay, I think that's needed enough. And also, real quick, before you do this type of thing, wash your hands. Okay, I washed my hands before this. You're gonna want to wash your hands because this is just gonna like take everything nasty from your hands. So as long as you want a clay ball and not a bacteria ball, ew, wash your hands first, okay? All right, so from our inspiration, we're gonna want to shape like this. So let's start by smoothing it out. Oh wow, it's definitely more like a chalky feel than your usual little clays. This is interesting though. I wonder how flat I should make it. Depending on the size of a project, it can take anywhere from 24 hours to 48 to like 72. Okay, let's see. How thin is it right now? If it will be hanging on my wall, should I flip it and keep going? Okay. Let's make it a little thicker and keep smoothing it out. Okay. Yeah. Because the shape we're going to make is basically filling out like a circle. So we're going to try to make this as circle-y as possible before we cut out our star shape. Okay, I think this is a decent size and shape to cut our shape out of. But first, we're going to utilize the water. Just gonna... I'm scared. What if this makes it super sticky? Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely binding it together. Whoa. Oh, it's starting to transfer onto my fingers a little bit. Feels like I'm just making a pizza, low-key. Even though I've never done that before either. Alright, that's looking pretty decent. Yeah. This is way better. With this, it just feels like it's on my hands. But when I use like polymer clays, like the pre-colored ones, it like gets into like my fingerprints. Like it like is in there. It's like so hard to wash off. I gotta get the water to 3,000 degrees before I can even think of getting fully rid of it. It's seriously not fun. So here is the tool we will be using. Okay, first let's try and doodle out the shape that we want a bit. Yeah. Oh gosh. That part's not as smooth as I want. Okay, no, it'll be fine. It's meant to look a little rustic and cool. Okay, let's see here. So, our shape that we want is... Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. And there. Then... Here? No. See, here? Here? Alright, I thought I'd give you guys a quick change of perspective. So here's what we are working with right now. I have a bit of the outline done, but I'm not completely sure how to connect to these to be a good star. But you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. We can do all this, and then once all the excess is off, we can trim it and shape it to exactly the shape we want. Yeah. Okay, we'll be fine. Let's see here. Oh goodness. Okay, that looks legit. There we go. Oh no. There. Oh no. Like that. Like that. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not. We're not doing too hot, but we're also not doing too cold. Let's see here. Like this. Oh, good. That one's this one's way skinnier. No. We can reshape it later. Like that. This. Oh. Like this. Okay. So, the shape is sort of shaping. I think this part should be a little longer. Oh no. Parchment paper, do not fail me right now. Okay. This ain't too bad. This is pretty legit shape. And then right around here will be our candle holding spot. I just ordered like a bunch of little flickery candles from Amazon for like $12. It's gonna look so sick. Trust. Oh goodness. This is crazy. Come on, cut along the lines. This is kind of harder to cut through than I thought it would be. I don't know, I thought it'd be more like butter, but it's more like cake, you know? It's like old cake. I'm trying to cut through old cake or brownie or something. Let's just cut it out piece at a time, Squid Game style. Oh. Fresh piece of pizza, anybody? Nom nom nom. Alright, and then we just have to do that a billion more times. Then we can just smooth it out. This is a good start. This is going pretty well, I think. Let's keep it moving. Alright, after getting out all the excess, I flipped it over and started putting little clay balls where all the weak spots were. Keep in mind though that during this process there is such a thing as too much water. If you add a bunch of water, it starts pooling onto the parchment paper and making the under part all sticky, so keep that in mind. That is a mistake I made. Please do not make that mistake. Also, I used the little butter knife to help sharpen the edges a bit, and it was super helpful. When you just use your fingers, it kind of makes a little cave on the point, but if you use the knife to scrape the edges inward, it makes it much sharper, much neater. And here's when I started working on the little alcove. I got a little extra piece of clay, smoothed that out real quick, and put it on top so it would have more depth. And once I smoothed it out and made it more a part of it, it looked way better. You can see it becoming more and more one with the main piece, and it's so satisfying to watch. Like, look at it all just come together. And boom, all smoothed out, and it's like, it looks like it was there since the beginning. Perfect. I also went in with my finger and pressed down in the middle and smoothed that out, so it had a bit more depth and had more of like a shadow in the lighting. It looks so good. And I also marked where I'm going to put the shelf part. Here's when I started shaping out the shelf. It was a rough process. The shelf was a learning experience for sure, and you will see here in just a moment. Here I am scoring the clay so it combines with the shelf better, and when I did this, I also put a little bit of water in the scoring marks. Oh, yep, you can see why this was trial and error. So that didn't stay at all. Let's take that out. I include this so you can see that clay can be fixed easily. Do not let one little mistake ruin your whole project. Just keep going, just keep moving. And yeah, as you can see, it keeps on falling. Basically with this, it just kept collapsing on itself because it was too heavy. The clay underneath was not dry enough to support it, so it just kept sinking and sinking and sinking. So yeah, I'm actually working on another one right now, and instead of attaching it while the clay was wet, I made the shelf and the main part totally separate and glued them together later. And yeah, I was able to keep a lot more shelf space this way. Doing it this way, adding it on wet, it just kept collapsing, and it made the shelf way smaller than I intended, so I ended up not even being able to fit a candle on there. But I still put a little trinket on there, so it's still super duper cute. But yeah, definitely a learning moment. You can see I'm still struggling and struggling. Yep. But that is what it is to be a beginner. You know, just make little mistakes and you fix the little mistakes and you try your best. And it ended up looking pretty cool in the end, so whatever. After the shelf was relatively sturdy, I went ahead and did some other things like making the nail hole, which you want to make sure you do while the clay is wet. Do not forget this, please. And then I went in with this little clay indent tool. It wasn't really visible by the end of the project, but hey, it was still a really cute experiment. And these little things I'm pressing in there, I was making spots for these mosaic tiles that I put in at the end of the project. Here we are, the big peel. It's finally dry, and oh my gosh. Taking off the parchment paper was so satisfying. After taking it off the parchment paper, I went through and smoothed out some of the edges to give it more of a finished look. And finally, now we get to paint. I mixed mulberry red with some purple and mixed it, and put it all over. And I know you're thinking, hey, that just looks purple and really dark. Will it at least be a pretty purple when it dries? And the answer is no. It looks freaking scary. Yeah, look at that. No. So I mixed together a new color palette, mixed, and it turned out way better, okay? Add a little bit more red, a little bit more white, even it out a bit. Just, I cannot believe how dark it dried, and then here's the new color, okay? Here's the color we're going with. It's more of a raspberry. Turned out way cuter, guys. I think you will agree, this suits the room a bit better. And the gold, oh my gosh, literally gorgeous. This was my favorite part, adding all the gold details. Absolutely the best. After I finished putting all the little gold stars, I got some glue out, put it in the little indents we made earlier, and put my little mosaic tiles in there, and I think it added such a cute pop of color. Here we are, admiring my work, because it's pretty much done, but then I just had to glaze it. I had to know what happened. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous during this part. I was like, oh my goodness, what if it doesn't dry clear? What if I just ruined it? But thankfully, it dried completely clear and made it extra glossy and really brought it all together. So freaking gorgeous! I could not be happier. I literally could not be happier. I put some little accessories on it, just some random trinkets I picked up, and some little hangy potion bottles that I love to make. So cute, blends in with my decor perfectly. Alright, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you were inspired to make one of your own. Take all the inspiration you want. I don't care if you make this exact thing, okay? Just let me know in the comments if you were inspired. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. See you next time.